And there we go.
Do all that. Turn that off. Click a couple things. All right, so we are going to do day 12 and 13 because yesterday we ended up watching Outlander because, like I said, that's what my wife wanted to do for anniversary. So we watched lots and lots and lots of Outlander. So I don't know, several episodes. By the time she was done, she's like, "Oh, you can stream now." It was like, I don't know, 1:30. I'm like, no, I'm good.
So for whoever just joined in, it's day 12 and 13 because it's the whole you go live, you hit the go button, and then 10 seconds or so later, StreamYard starts counting up, and then another 10 seconds or so, YouTube actually does anything useful.
Yes, exactly.
To the extent that YouTube does useful things, at least.
Yeah, you know. Okay, turn this on. All right, now that's good. All right, so we'll do that. All righty. Hello, Charles. How's it going? Are you still coherent? I know you asked earlier about this, if you were going to still do this evening, so I'm assuming you are if you're in here, if you're still coherent. Hello, Sam. Hello, Will. Alrighty then. Let's see here for day 12. These are these cool things that Ben sent. These little. I've never seen these plastic ones.
I have never seen these before either.
It's kind of nice. I don't know. I wonder what these cost compared to the the glass versions. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, the other question that I have is how good is the seal?
Yeah, I do wonder on that.
But then again, the glass ones were just the plastic on glass anyways. So.
Yeah, I always just parafilm them anyway when I usually send those things out.
Basically, all of the glass bottles that I get have the little silicone
cones. Oh, yeah. Right. That's ones I have, yeah.
The cones, those seal up so nicely.
Agree. So this is 11 just to see. Oh, yeah, you're right. There doesn't have the silicone in it, does it? Oh, yeah, all mine I do is I use the ones with the silicone covers. That's true. Whatever. It'll be fine. All right. Guessing a really fruity bourbon. Just from the initial nose here. Haven't tasted it. Lots of chocolate too. A little bit of leather. Some rye and some mint. A little lemon. Maybe strawberry.
Got a little more cherry than strawberry.
Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah, it's got like that black cherry. And even the creamy vanilla. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Need a beard? Yeah. My wife says no to that, Eric. She says no beards, no mustaches, no facial hair. Just makes her mad. So it will not be happening. Okay, let's see what this is. Yeah, it's got to be a bourbon. Can't imagine anything else.
Oh yeah, no. I had no doubts about that before, and that was before I did the reveal on it.
Yeah, now the flavor is way more cherry, almost that just in the finish, that medicinal cherry, almost like NyQuil.
Yeah, not quite that kind of cherry, but kind of that direction is what you're.
Yeah, I mean not that bitter, but that direction of cherry, not the vibrant. It's just that medicinal cherry taste. I remember this idiotic sweet mate in college decided, hey, if you drink a bottle of NyQuil, you can get drunk. I'm like, probably throw up a bunch. I don't think you're going to get drunk, though.
Well,
you drink enough of it.
When you don't have any tolerance built up for alcohol yet, you might be able to. It's about...
Nah, it ended up doing nothing for him except for him not feeling great because his stomach is now full of NyQuil. I'm like, he mixed it with like NyQuil and Pepsi. I'm like, smart move. It's awful.
Horrendous. So let me know when you're ready for the reveal, so I can handle that one for you pretty easy.
It seems like one of the more common ones as far as what it tastes like. Why? I don't know, Charles. Your guess is as good as mine. He didn't have anyone to buy him beer. He didn't have anyone to buy him any other liquor of any kind. I don't know.
that falls into the I just want to drink for the sake of drinking.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
And he's like,
not-
well,
yeah.
this is after he tried to get people outside of HEB, which is a grocery store here.
Mhm.
Well, where I went to college. And he's like, couldn't find anybody to buy me beer. I'm like, are you like the most unresourceful person ever? Like, you really couldn't find someone just on the campus that's over 21 to go buy you beer? It's really not hard.
You're doing something wrong, man.
Yeah, like, you're really bad at this. I'm like, you can't just walk to random people. They're not going to buy you crap. Okay, they already know you're underage. That's why you're asking them. They're not stupid.
Yep.
Hey, Andrew, how's it going? All right, so what is this?
It is a store pick.
Okay, well, that explains why it tastes like a really familiar. Still rare. I was like, I don't know what to call it. I was like, it's probably Buffalo Trace family, but wasn't sure which one, but that'll do it.
Yep.
All right.
Not the same bottle as I've got. This is just a regular.
Yeah.
Well, this is just a regular Eagle Rare, but it's a store pick from presumably somewhere near Ben.
That would be my guess. Let's see if I can look at the reveal. Not look at the 13, just look at the 12 real quick. Mm-hmm. Okay, day 12. The one with Aaron Rodgers. Okay, so let's see. Where is that store here? It is Warehouse Liquors. I have no idea what that is.
I
Maybe
think one of the other ones in here was a warehouse pick too.
Yeah, and maybe it's somewhere in Austin. I don't know. No, it's good.
I don't know. It's a Buffalo It's a Buffalo Trace / Eagle Rare store pick. So you got some decent age on it. Probably a fairly decent price. Just because knowing the planning that we did, talking about assorted bottles ahead of time.
Yes,
that was one of the nobody was going to be paying secondary prices.
Right.
For Eagle Rare or something like that, because
I'm sure you probably paid $30 for it.
It's good, but it's not secondary price good.
No, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, he probably paid like retail price. It's usually like here when they do picks of Eagle Rare, like $30. So hopefully he got it for about the same. Kids get high in Robitussin Costa Rica. It's called robo tripping. Oh God, that sounds horrible.
Well, the reason with Robitussin is the dextromethorphan.
Okay.
It's the it's the actual cough suppressant in Robitussin.
Yeah.
And the only reason that I can think of that the stuff is legal for over the counter is that the only other stuff that they've found yet that's actually a useful cough suppressant across a wide majority of the population is narcotics.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, then we don't want that.
No.
Hello, Roju. I don't think I've ever seen you here. Well, welcome in here.
So yeah, the dextromethorphan hydrobromide is the active ingredient in Robitussin cough syrup, and that's why the Robitussin DM for the cough suppressant.
Yeah,
the DM is that. So,
good reason then.
Yep.
All right, let's go to number 13. Link, welcome in for your first time here.
Okay, this is wildly. This is now wildly different. This is, This is a whole.
Like the other one, I unscrewed as like bourbon, pretty much. So this one, let's see.
This is gonna be probably Scotch.
Oh,
maybe Irish. Pretty heavy finish on it.
That's interesting. Colors. It's a pretty good color on it too. So
pretty dark.
I'm glad it's your first time here. Always like new faces around here, that's for sure. All right, let's see what we can find. That's like a Tootsie Roll, like big time. Even the hardness of like the Tootsie Roll Pops. It's like a chocolate Tootsie Roll Pop.
Like some darkish chocolate.
Maybe a little blueberry. Wild. This is either like a really heavy barley with a crazy finish. Because I don't think this is gonna be a bourbon. It doesn't smell like bourbon.
No.
I haven't tasted it. Yeah. Huh.
Because it doesn't have that American single malt bit that we talked about a few nights ago.
Yeah. You like to take it intravenously, Eric. Oh, that sounds like a real fun time, Robitussin. It smells really syrupy as well. Maybe a little nutty now. I wonder if that's a sherry finish, maybe, but it's not. It's got to be one of the lesser used. I don't think this is like Olorosa or anything like that. Interesting.
It might be, but there's something else that's going on in there.
And maybe there's two finishes in here.
Well, the other possibility. This is striking me as Scotch.
Whoa.
Maybe was there a Glen Scotia on the?
I don't remember, but I don't remember the whole list in general now.
Is that a Campbelltown funk that I'm catching here? Not like the Springbank.
Yeah, not Springbank.
Sake and Fates type of funk. But there's a little something going on.
I could see that. Maybe. That is unique. That is a different whiskey. It's good. It's really good. You know what's in here? You know what I do know is in here? And maybe that's what this is. Maybe that's why we're having a hard time with it. There's that Lantern. That's the mix of different American single malts together. I wonder if that's what this is. I don't know that. This is a really unique whiskey.
But does the Lantern have that much finish on it?
I don't know.
Or are you just thinking that's just the American new oak making it that
color's the thing that's
no, that's sherry coming off of there.
Barnard prefers Tussinix over Robitussin.
Now I got to go look because I'm going. What the?
That is really super unique.
Yeah.
I still get that Tootsie Roll though.
Okay. No. Now that I see it, you know what? I should actually be able to do maybe.
Oh, okay.
So the question is, am I able to share?
Good question.
Green.
So I was told by a college dorm mate that he knew someone who really did inject a small alcohol. He woke the next day from a coma about 9 days later. Holy crap, that's scary. Had too much to beat today, Tom. You got to push 13-0 tomorrow. Well, that'll do it too. This is unique.
And you should be able to add in the screen share as the video if you want.
I can. You're right.
That is the reveal.
Oh, it's the Portanova. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Amrut Portanova. Okay, so that explains. So it's a port finish. It explains the chocolatey notes big time. Okay. Do this. Should I make this full screen? Full screen. There. All right. I don't know if you can make it any bigger or not. If not, no big deal. There we go. Perfect. Single malt Portanova agent in oak. Okay, so that explains the color, the port, but it also explains that it's. And I knew it was high proof, 62.1. That was real obvious. It was high proof.
I wasn't getting that much of an alcohol burn off of this.
Oh, I got a really nice.
I'm getting lots going on, but I wasn't getting any real degree of burn or bite or anything. So,
getting high in cat urine. That sounds horrible, Eric. Hey, brothers of Dram, how's it going?
And
that's delicious.
So that also means I can go back and.
I had this one time, the Portanova, and it's quite good. Okay, what explains why the color, not just the port, but that it's Indian, so it's always going to be super
the whole setup. It's very much in the range of a
and malt. So we got malt right. Just wrong continent.
No, we had very much in the in the vein of Scotch, but something just not quite. You would definitely got that it's not quite right for Scotch. I was more thinking Scotch. You were less than convinced, but we were certainly right on the port.
Yes,
it was port, not sherry. That's
port, not sherry. But yeah, we knew it was finished. Just couldn't figure out what that is. A really good whiskey, though.
Yep, very good. So yeah, that's the.
I don't even know if Porto Nova is still made or not. To be honest, it may be. I don't know.
Bottle's old enough, so
but I know.
Probably take off the screen share now.
All right.
People got a good enough look at the single barrel label from on the Eagle Rare.
There we go.
Yeah. And stop screen. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. I'll have to remember that little trick.
Yes, that's cool. Now we know that we can do that. That'll be good for the rest of the days. But yeah,
I won't be on tomorrow, but I'll probably be back most of the rest of the week.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Oh yes, that's right. You have your other game you do on Mondays. Yes, they would be disappointed if you weren't there to play. So,
especially since I'm running it.
Oh, then you should definitely go to it. If you're running it, they would appreciate that.
I'm not going anywhere. I do it from literally right here, because we do it online over a Skype call. But
yeah, okay, that'll work. I'll drink some more of this Porto Nova because it's delicious. I have a bottle somewhere. I don't know, somewhere in this house. I think it's in a box in that room back there. I don't know. Hello, Whiskey Words and Wisecracks. How's it going? Yes, that's all the bacon, which we eat bacon on Mondays only, but Will cooks all the bacon. I give him whiskey samples. He gives me bacon. It's a good deal. Yeah, works out fine.
Pretty good trade there for both of you, I'd say.
Yes. So, tomorrow Shayla will be here from Whiskey Central. I still have to make the thumbnail for that, but that's who's going to be here tomorrow.
Hey, Whiskey Jason.
Hello, Whiskey Jason. How's it going from Germany? Good to see you in here. Charles, there is no bad Amroot. This is a good point. I've never had a bad Amroot, that's for sure. There's no bad Paul John either.
I've only had a couple of Amroots. I don't know that I've had a Paul John. Having said that, I have yet to find a bad Amroot.
Yes. Hey, Jake.
Again, I've only had a couple, but they've both been, but all two or three of them that I've had have been pretty good.
I think I have like 7 or 8 Amroots now. I think I have 6 Paul Johns that I know of. Yeah, I need to. The only one that I think I've never tried is intermediate sherry. That's the one that I'm missing. Unfortunately, never seen a bottle of it either. So someday.
One, didn't they?
Do what?
I thought they stopped the intermediate sherry.
And they may have. That's probably why I can't find it. Oh, 67 for the Fusion? Yeah, Fusion's really good. That's if you haven't tried Fusion before, Fusion's an excellent whiskey. Yes, Shayla, since she I guess I think she had her family in town. She didn't stream this weekend.
Scrape on her for her white belt yesterday.
That's right. I knew she was doing something. Yeah, my kids did their Brady Belt tests yesterday too, actually.
Nice.
That's what we did for half of the day. So it was all good. It's fun. All right, so let's switch to something else. So some interesting things.
I still got Porto Nova left to go here. So.
Oh yeah, I saved the rest of it for later because
I've still got half my
I
got half my vial for another night.
Exactly. So one that amazingly does not stink, which I'm pleasantly surprised by, is the Silver Star 1849 straight bourbon. I'm glad that they're finally making a product. I still don't know if they make this because it still says produced and bottled by. So I'm gonna go with whoever the heck they sourced this from. Still, it says see in here, where does it say? I knew I read something about smaller beer. From a select number of mature bourbon barrels and patiently waiting in our barrel room in Fort Worth. Doesn't say they distilled it. So I'm guessing once again this is sourced, but significantly better sourcing, or somebody just older or whatever. Hey Galen, how's it going? Yes. Oh, yeah, Eric. Everybody's doing them. I just decided that this was more fun to do a live every day than pre-produced stuff and have to have Will edit 25 videos. He would not be pleased with me.
Well, I think that's why the one that Eric's doing, that's all the stuff from George and Amy, is he's just doing like quick little 1.5 minute.
Oh, okay.
Quick hitters, no real editing to speak of or anything, and just dropping them out like that. Which, hey, it's
that works too.
For what he's working on there, it's not a big enough sample to do a true review on the way he likes to do them. Where he'll get a brand new bottle and it's this far down before he even thinks about doing a review.
Yeah,
which hey, he's taking his time to get to know it and put his wine sommelier skills into the whiskey analysis.
I don't blame him. I don't really like doing reviews at all off of freshly opened bottles because they're generally not right. Usually it's not what you're going to get the rest of the bottle, generally speaking, I find, or it opens up a lot more.
It happens just frequently enough that you don't know if it's going to change.
Yeah.
At least half of the bottles I get, bare minimum, there's no real change from the first pour through to almost the end.
For me, I find most change.
And to be honest, most of them that do change don't change a lot. It's just a little bit.
Yeah.
Again,
right.
But there's
usually for the better.
There's that small percentage that can have an absolutely huge change.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Especially I find it with peat. Especially peat. Seems to me to open up much better afterward. Hey, see here. Ben came in and we saw Donald and Jerry. How's it going, guys?
I've seen it with heavy sherry too.
I don't have a whole lot of experience with sherry. Besides whatever whiskeys are finished in them, that's about it.
No. I mean heavily sherried whiskey.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I agree on that. Yeah. I think you meant actually drinking bottles of sherry.
There's going to be a ton of
difference
there just because you're talking only 20%.
Hey,
on the ABV, so you're going to get more oxidation on that than you can get with whiskey.
Ooh, Floridian, you got a 10-year Feta Karen. Ooh, I do love Feta Karen. That's one of my favorites. I wish we could get more Feta Karen in this country. I only have one actual bottling of Feta Karen. It's the Fior that a buddy brought back from the UK like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's really, really good. But then my other one's a 9-year Battle Hill, and the other one's a 28-year Signatory. So I haven't opened the Signatory one yet. That one's been being saved.
I can understand.
But the Battle Hill one is freaking amazing. So I went down a internet rabbit hole of people talking about castrating male cat. Ew. Why would you watch that? And why would people do that? That sounds horrible, Barndor. No, it's just a no. I'm sad, Tom, that your Auchentoshan 3 wood end up being flat. That's too bad. That's my favorite Auchentoshan is the 3 wood, but you don't like Auchentoshan, not a fan?
No.
I like lowland stuff because I find it interesting. It's just different.
There's that weird note that every Auchentoshan has.
Hey Trev, how's it going?
Where
not a fan, huh?
Even at a blind tasting once for a local whiskey group that I'm with, the guy that was doing it did, there were 5 different whiskeys, one from each of the regions. And he poured the one and I go, "Oh, I know what this is." I think it was, I didn't know the exact release. I knew it was a young Auchentoshan though, because there was that scent that it has that just, I was instantly right on it.
Okay.
And it's just, I don't like that.
You don't like it. That's fine.
Funky sharpness to it. I mean, I've even had an independent bottling.
Didn't like it. See, I've had one.
I had the same effect off of it.
Didn't like that one either. Okay.
The aging, it's everything to do with what's off the still.
You just don't like that still, which is no big deal.
There's 100. There's 200 or whatever other distilleries.
125 approximately, something like that.
That make whiskey as well, and I got options.
Yeah, exactly. Now, do you like Genkichi or Bladnock or no? Not like those either.
I think what I've had of them, I've been okay with.
Okay.
Kimchi. Do I have a Kimchi SMWS?
See, I just like my eggnog with just eggnog. I don't like adding alcohol to eggnog. I think it tastes delicious as it is. Makes it too thin. Then I like the eggnog super thick. But that's just me. Ew, lion poop for fertilizer. I'm sure that works just fine. All right, let's try this one. So this one actually got sent to us by the brand. Well, we'll probably review this one. Probably January is when we put this one out. Is this Wheel Horse? And this is 101 proof Kentucky bourbon. It's made by in Owensboro, so which is at Oz Tyler. So they make some good stuff. So this one is 70 corn, 1 rye, 9 malted barley, and they are using 53 gallon and 2 years old, but 101. So this is the batch one, and actually it ended up being really good. I was shocked how good it was, and I think he says like $27. So I was very happy. Probably one of the best new budget products I've tried in a long time, to be honest. So it's not available in Texas yet. But I know it's like in, maybe you said like 15 states, something like that.
Okay.
But it smells really good and it tastes good. So
I will be
the
back.
Southern Comfort. Oh, God. Oh, I do like the Southern Comfort one.
My sample bottles. I want to see if I can track that down.
Agree, Whiskey Rick. Exactly. Yeah, that Southern. I got one of those at Sam's. That Southern Comfort version of eggnog. It was good. We got 2 others prior to that from Target or Walmart. I don't remember which one it was. Hey, Nick, how's it going? That was not super. One had a weird, funky aftertaste, and the other one was okay. But yeah, the Southern Comfort brand is significantly better. I like that one a lot. But even get sometimes just generic ones are fine, just from like Aldi or something like that. I like those. But yeah, Steve has lots of those SMWs. I have 0 of those. But I've tried a few, but they are quite good. The ones I've tried from people are not quite nice. Actually, Steve sent me some, and they're really, really good. Oh, you're making your own homemade batch of Irish cream, Donald. Oh, that sounds awesome. Ooh, that sounds like a lot of fun. That sounds really good.
You should see the recipe he uses for that.
Yeah, I was going to say, you should film that, Donald. We should check that out and try to make it with you. That could be kind of fun.
That's a ridiculous recipe.
It's a ton of work, I assume, then.
Not a ton of work. You just need to see what the ingredients that go into it.
Oh, okay. I'll have to ask him what those are later. So what kind of wildness that comes out of it. That's what I was thinking, Will. I think we could get with Donald and film some eggnog making. Or Irish cream making. It sounds like fun. The funny thing is we still haven't reviewed Bailey's. I have a bottle of Bailey's. I need to go get it. It's behind the bar in the media room. I need to go grab that out of there and film that sometime in the next few months, I guess. It's one of the few we haven't done. I mean, granted, we haven't done a lot of them. We've done 30-something now liqueurs. So it's a good start. So we shall see. But I'm sure we'll get to Bailey's at some. I know I think, the regular Bailey's. I think the caramel Bailey's. I think a mint Bailey's. I think those are the 3 I've got. I know there's more of them now, but I'm not sure. Old Smoky does make a moonshine. And actually, you say it looks terrible? It tastes awesome. That's probably one of the best pre-made alcoholic eggnogs there is, actually. I really like the Old Smoky moonshine. I've got a bottle of that in the fridge. It's really good. Yeah, I actually probably need another. It's probably almost gone. Probably need another one. It's quite tasty. But I really like Old Smoky anyway. So we've done an event with Old Smoky, and actually at some point next year, Old Smoky is going to be on the show. So we'll probably be doing 30-something Old Smokies that night at least, maybe more.
Wow,
it's a lot of Old Smoky because they've got their all their moonshines, plus they've got whiskeys, plus they got flavored whiskeys, plus they've got liqueurs. So they've got all sorts of different things. But yeah, it's fun. Plus, we've been to the distillery too, and that distillery, it's a really cool distillery. It's a lot of fun to go up there. Okay, the Wheelhouse bourbon's really good. I like that stuff.
Well, good. Yeah, I think I've had a Glenkinchie in a sample from one of previous year's advent calendars.
Oh, okay, okay.
And as I recall, it was pretty decent. It's a 8-year climb leash from SMWS. T Squared is asking.
Oh, yes. Butter pecan. Oh, yes, that one, Nick. That one is really. In fact, that's my wife's favorite. I think we finished the first bottle. We've got another one that's now in the refrigerator. Yeah, she really likes that one a lot. And she likes that and luau, which you can only get luau, as far as I know, still just the distillery, which is a pineapple one that's really tasty.
That's a bit different.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sugarlands is the other one, right? And Sugarlands is literally probably like 3 or 4 buildings down from Old Smoky. And we were actually going to do some really cool stuff with Sugarlands this year, but, the year sucked and all that crap happened. We were supposed to get sponsored by them to go to NASCAR, which was really cool. They gave us VIP passes and they were paying for us to hang out the whole day and go meet the drivers and go to the pit crews and go in the garage and hang out and be their special guest. It was going to be amazing. And then that was like 2 weeks when everything closed down. Sucked. And plus all the food and liquor and all that crap they were providing that day too. So hopefully next year we can get back with them, because they also make Roman Man Rye, which we need to review. They sent that this like 9 months ago. And actually Roman Man Rye is really good too. It's a cast strength rye. I think it's 116, something like that. It's quite good. So that's another one we need to get off the dining room table and review. Which Kimchi is a Korean distillery. Pretty sure they make soy sauce, Eric. Pretty sure. I'm sure it's real good. It's right next to the Colombe and the other one that's also in Japan. Or Korea or wherever.
You've struck coleslaw.
Coleslaw. Coleslaw can either be really good or really bad. It just depends how that one's made. Oh.
Well, I mean, that's basically all that kimchi is. You take cabbage with a few other veggies, slice it up real fine, put some salt on it, put it in an earthenware cask, and bury it for a year.
Good point.
And let it ferment.
There you go. Oh, Midnight Moon apple. Actually, that was one of the first moonshines I ever got. My mom's friend lives out there near the distillery, and she brought me a bottle of that. The Midnight Moon apple pie moonshine. Also good stuff. I've got that over on the bar. Oh, thank you very much, Jason. Let's see here. If you make Irish cream, could you also try and make a bourbon cream at the same time? Oh, thank you, Jason. Appreciate it. I don't know. That's up to Donald.
I have a beard. Look at that guy.
Yeah. What? Oh, well, hurry up real quick.
Hi, Violet.
Thank you. Anyway. All right. So, yeah, Sugarlands and Old Smoky. Yeah, they're both good. Korean barbecue joint is Kimchi coleslaw. So good. I've never actually had that, but interesting. Let's see here. Remember Jaeger that tasting that bad? Ooh. Hey, Dustin, how's it going? Yeah. Jaeger's fine. We were reviewing it. We all thought it would be awful, but actually not being that bad from our review. So that was a plus for us.
Mm-hmm.
Did try the cold brew. I do not like that version. I thought it was terrible. But for some point, I'm sure we'll review that and hurt ourselves. I'm sure we're also going to review Aquavit, which is also going to be pretty.
The Jameson cold brew?
No, not Jameson. No, Jameson cold brew I like. The Jägermeister cold brew.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait a minute. Jameson cold brew. You did that months ago.
That's our best video. That's our best whiskey video, actually. Like,
is it
by far.
Best performing?
Yes. Most views here. Yeah, it's our best actual. Like, the other two are, of course, the top 5, whiskeys you need in the how to pick a liquor store. But after that, yeah, it's the Jameson cold brew. It's like by 700 views over the Stag or Kentucky Owl, one of those two.
Okay.
It's just funny that's the one that gets a ton of views is Jameson cold brew. But then again, most of the Jamesons can do really well. But it is what it is. Kentucky Owl Batch 10, not yet. No. Maybe not. I'm sure it's good. It is what it is. A Jägermeister Rumpelstiltskin double shot. Ooh. Jägermeister with cinnamon and pepper, or was it peppermint? I guess peppermint's that one. Yeah.
Nope.
Just why don't you add some Goldschlager to it while you're at it and really just get it done.
Nope.
Oh yeah, we got to cover Goldschlager. But actually, the funny thing, I only have a mini bottle of Goldschlager. But I do have a bottle of Gold Washer, which is the same thing but cheaper. I bought it in college. Still has gold flakes in it though. We're reviewing lots of things I bought in college for the liqueur series. I still have all those bottles. You see the last Kentucky Owl Rye, they added a tube and charged $300. No, they have I haven't seen one with a tube yet. That's crazy. Yeah, Tom, that doesn't sound good. I don't know why anyone would want to drink that. That really does not sound good. I actually like Johnny 9 Bananas, and Jägermeister, that does not sound good. I do not want to combine those two. That sounds bad.
There's very little that I could possibly consider adding Jägermeister to and having me possibly think that it's good.
Yeah, I'm going to leave Jägermeister just as Jägermeister and add it to nothing. Yeah, that does not sound tasty at all. Batch 4 in the last batch they claim. Well, probably because because it's just sitting around and no one's buying it, Dustin. That's probably why. Black House. I don't know if I've ever had Black House. I only had it. Never heard of that one. Now you drink freshen my breath. Well, that'll do that. Peach pie shots. Peach schnapps shots and a layer of Bacardi with the one on top. Light it, blow that drink. Tastes like a warm peach pie. Then you can't walk. Probably for a good reason.
Depends on how much 151 you put on there, I guess.
Well, that's a good point. If it's just literally just to cover it, then it's not going to be a big deal. But if it's quite a bit in there, then yes, you're correct. That's not going to end well. This sounds crazy. Oh, because I think, what is that? Cookies and cream? I think, because the cookies and cream Old Smoky liqueur that's pretty good.
Okay.
Nice and thick. It's tasty. Yeah, just enough to light it. Oh, okay. It's a blackberry schnapps. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That one. I do like blackberry schnapps.
I could see that being okay on a mixed drink.
Yeah. Hey, Tim, how's it going? One time when I was a kid, my dad had a sniffer of blackberry schnapps out, and our Dalmatian decided he wanted to try it. My dad looks down and is like, it's gone. What the hell? The damn dog had gotten into it. It was on top of the coffee table. Dog drank it. Dog was going around in circles, didn't know what the hell was going on. He didn't know what to do. He was so confused. It's like, stupid dog.
Dog doesn't know how to handle his alcohol.
No, he was okay with beer, but blackberry schnapps was just way too much for him. So, yeah, that was like, he's just like, oh my gosh, it was pretty hilarious to watch. It's like, you're an idiot. That was not meant for you.
Barber's chair, lean you back. Oh, I'm sure that worked out every single time.
That sounds awful, Jason. That is a terrible idea. No. Spinning you around with any alcohol in general is a terrible idea. Yeah, I'm going to pass hard on that plan. And after you, no. It just sounds like, please make me puke. No, thank you.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's more or less the objective of the exercise.
Yeah, I'm sure. I have no idea. Welcome to the 90s.
Daddy, stop killing me.
Okay. So the Federcran's great, and I had to talk myself out of driving. I had to talk myself out of driving 40 minutes away for a 12-year syndrome. Yeah, that's a ways. But you never know. If you're going that way someday, I'm sure it'll probably still be there. So, It's about as smart as getting on a mechanical bull after drinking. Also, not a good idea. It ends poorly for everyone involved at that. So I would not suggest that one either. $60. That's not a bad price. It's not a bad price at all for a 12-year cast. Assume is it the cast strength signatory or is it just a 92? The 1 year, if you go get it. Because if it's the cast strength, then it's probably worth getting. The 92, I'm sure, is still really good, but I wouldn't go out of your way to drive 40 minutes for a bottle.
No, even signatory.
Yeah, unless you're just going that direction, and it's like then yeah.
Maybe nearby, a couple minutes to stop off and do a purchase. That's a different discussion.
Exactly. I have no doubt they were trying to make him puke. Why else would you do that?
I can't come up with a good reason.
The roller coaster at the top of the Stratford dump bucket in the corner. Oh, I'd imagine that thing looks crazy. That goes over the side of the hotel. The thing's insane looking. I'm like, I don't even want to go to the top of that thing, let alone ride the roller coaster that goes over the side of the hotel. I'm a hard pass.
So I haven't done that. I haven't done the roller coaster. Now, among other things, the roller coaster itself is just you go around in a circle like 3 times, and then back down, and then up 3 times and down, and you're done.
Yeah.
Now there's also the bungee jump off the edge, and the big swirling thing sticking out over the edge.
That's right. I haven't been there since 2010.
I've done dinner at the restaurant up there a couple of times, though.
Nice.
And that's kind of fun. Time it for so that you're so you time it so that your dinner reservation starts at about sunset at ground level.
Okay.
Because when you get up that high, just because of the way the mountains are and everything, sunset's later up there.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Just the angles with the mountains and everything, you get a better. You can see just a little bit farther over the mountains, and but watching sunset over that valley is incredible.
I would imagine so.
One of the problems is you have to do it on a day with a moderate amount of wind during the day to clear all the dust and crap out of the air. But it can't be too much wind, because if it's too much wind, they shut down the restaurant because the building's moving too much.
Really interesting.
Now, keep in mind, there's a reason that it's where it is on the strip, that it had to be that far down to stay out of the flight paths of the airport.
Yes. This is a good point. This is a really good idea. It's a nice airport. You can gamble at the airport.
Oh yeah. But I mean, you see the helicopters doing the tours and everything,
right,
down at the helicopter from the restaurant.
Okay.
It's way up there.
I'd imagine. Yeah, my wife went to the top. I hung out in the bottom. I'm like, I'm good. I don't really like heights, so I'm like, no, I'm not going up there. I'll just hang out down here. I will drink, sit down at the bottom, and you have a nice time. Same thing with the Eiffel Tower. Have a nice time. Not going up there. Don't do that. I hate all that crap. Hello, Jeffrey. How's it going?
Hey, Jeffrey.
Oh, Lord.
Completely out of my way.
Yeah, it's no.
I don't think it's worth it for that.
Because then the problem, like you said, you find other things. You don't need to get any taller, Jason. But yeah, Jason also mentioned the Velcro walls that they had people getting thrown into. Well, hell, back in was it the 70s, I guess? My dad said when they were in college, they would go to, I guess they called it dwarf tossing or midget tossing or something.
Oh, yeah.
And they had basically bowling pins, and tossed them through them. I don't know. I guess they said that was a lot of fun. Whatever works.
Good luck getting away with that today.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you can't get away with that today. But I guess my dad talked to some of those guys, and they're like, yeah, we actually really like it. I said they made really good money. They got good tips from it. And they were pissed when they shut it down in a lot of places. They're like, well, that's how I make a living. They're like, what the hell? So I get it.
I don't have to do anything special. There's proper safety precautions taken, and I make a killing doing it. Where's the problem here?
Yeah, exactly. So, typical government getting away a good time. Top, close to the wind. You can have one mixed drink that's tall, the building, then go for the rides. I'm not drinking and then going to any of those rides. I didn't do any of the rides in Vegas. My wife rode one. She rode the one. What the hell's the really fast? There's the one at New York. There's one. What is it? The Dunes? No, the Dunes is gone. The hell is it? The Sand. No, the Sand's gone too. What the hell's the other one down there? That the Sahara. That's what. That's the one that's still
Oh,
standing.
the old coaster in front of the Sahara.
Yeah.
I don't think it's even. So it's not the Sahara anymore.
Mm.
But I think that they got rid of the coaster entirely too.
They now? Okay. Yeah, because they had a NASCAR experience. Now that I did do the NASCAR experience in there.
Yep.
That was pretty wild. What did you say? In Austin, it's called Daniel Whittington tossing. Although you could do bungee jumping off the tower. I mean, that tower is tall.
Yeah, that tower is way up there.
I think that thing's 5 stories? Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
Especially if you at the basement, if you went off the one side to the basement where it is, yeah, that would definitely do it.
Well, okay, and the other one would be go over to the chapel.
Oh, yeah, over the side there. Yeah, good point.
I have no idea how far down that is. Now, mind you, it isn't a sheer.
It's not sheer, right?
It kind of angles out, but there's all sorts of obstacles to bump into on the way too.
Right, would not work out well.
Trees, large wildlife.
Exactly.
I was going to say, Daniel really is joke. All the joke aside, Daniel really isn't that short.
No, I'm shorter than Daniel is.
Oh yeah, I think I am.
Probably.
I'm almost certainly.
Over the CN Tower. Ooh,
That we're really close.
That sounds terrifyingly scary. I mean, none of that. Just like the Grand Canyon, ain't walking over that shit either.
Mhm.
They have one, but I'm not doing that either. That's craziness.
Yep.
Yes, Rex is tall. There's no doubt about that.
It's not that Daniel's short; it's that Rex is tall.
Valid point. No, but the other nice thing about when it was the Sahara was they had dollar drinks and dollar nachos and dollar hot dogs. And we used to go to this website called Cheapo. I don't know if it's called cheapovegas.com. And it's the best freaking website to find all the cheap free shit. We did that a lot. I also got the coupon book that I don't know if they still may make one that a lot of 2-for-1s or free shit. We even went to all the shitty hotels that no one goes to that are like local dive casinos to cash those things in because why not? Some of those were really seedy, and I'm real glad I went there in the daytime. Yeah. We walked to them. We did not take cars. So that was a little interesting. They're like, we're the only people in here that are definitely not from local. They were looking at like, why the fuck are you in our bar? It's like, I'm going to stay here for a little bit and then we're going to leave.
Wow.
A lot of older scrubs have fire escape slide down the center of them. One of the kind I worked for in high school replaced the carpet, one of them, then rode down with the scrapes. Oh, the scrapes. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Wow. I cannot imagine. You think just the whole sheer gravity thing, even though you're driving down a pole, the speed would think at some point, depending on how you start that at.
Well, there were slides.
Oh, slides. Okay. Still. Oh, you should just say slides down the center.
Mm-hmm.
Still. I mean, it must go like this then. It must be a spiral.
I assume it would have been a spiral.
It have to be. There's no way it's a straight down slide because the angle of it wouldn't be kind of like.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have anything like this. This is a place here called.
It ended up a block and a half away.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's a place. It's called what is it? Wet and Wild or Hurricane Harbor now, and they have these crazy slides that I shit you not. They're basically like 90-degree angles.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, I'm like, that's so lawsuit waiting to happen.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm like, why is that even still open? How did that ever get opened? What genius said, oh, yeah, we can definitely sign this off. Oh, yes. When you were 17 with the cards. Oh, my gosh, yes. You never forget that noise. Yep, that noise. That you never forget it. It's just like, well, I remember the first time when I think I was 14? I was 14, and my youngest brother was 5 at the time. And he keeps picking them up and handing them to my dad. He goes, look, there's ladies on these cards. And we're like, oh, my God. And, of course, first time you get them, you don't realize that they are until you start looking like, oh. And that time, there wasn't the stars on them. They were just straight naked ladies on them. It was interesting. And then they had the little, I used to get the newspaper out of the thing for $0.25. Well, these things were free. They had the little flyers all over the place. They were newspaper stand things.
Yep.
It's like, girls to your room in 20 minutes.
Newspaper cans.
Yeah, I don't think they make newspaper stands anymore in general, but this was the mid 90s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely. I guarantee you, those people are still there handing out those cards today.
They were the last time I was there a year and a half ago.
Oh, okay. Then the answer is yes.
Nowhere near as bad as they were about 10 years ago, though.
Yeah, when I was there 10 years ago, like the entire ground, literally by the time the night was over, was just covered in those things.
Oh, up and down the strip? It just,
Yep, up and down.
And
then someone cleans that crap up every morning, and it's back to the nothing was there. Blows my mind. It's like, how is this efficient? Like, just from I guess it must cost damn near nothing to make those cards, I guess, that you just toss them out constantly. I guess they're like business cards, more or less, but, it is Vegas.
And yes, Donald Rance, that's the same thing as the restaurant at the top of the Stratosphere, is that it does the whole rotation thing. Revolving, that's the word.
It rotates too? I didn't realize that.
It does a very slow revolve. So you have to kind of so basically the kitchen and bar area in the center, and of course the stairwells, are all fixed.
Sure.
In the actual dining area is very slowly revolves. I think I timed it out at 45 minutes.
Oh, okay. So it's real slight.
Oh yeah, no. You get like, if you're there for a full for appetizer, full meal, dessert, before and after drinks and everything, you get about 1.5, maybe 2.
Yeah, rotations. Okay. Yeah, Reunion Tower's like that here in Dallas, but I never bothered to go up. It sounds expensive, and I'm like, man, good. It's old and ugly anyway. So, I mean, it's still an expensive restaurant out there. I just don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you hold up in Discord. Well, it happens. Jason lives there, so it's fine. Most of us live in Discord, though. That's just the way it goes. It's a chat program thingy. That's what it is. It's an exciting time. All right, let's see what else. Don't know. What's this? Ooh, I haven't had this in a while. Chicken cock, because why not? All right, let's see here. Alrighty. But yes. Yeah, tomorrow we're doing whiskey and Christmas movies, so that should be entertaining. Should be a good fun time.
Okay.
So I don't know I haven't really decided whether we're gonna just drink and talk about it. I'll probably just do that rather than like what's the perfect whiskey for the Christmas movie, which also could be fun. Maybe a little of both.
Yeah.
Should be entertaining. There's lots of them. Of course, if you just turn on Netflix, there's 10,000 ones you've never heard of. They were made for Netflix or Hallmark or whoever. They're all the same movie. It doesn't matter.
Pretends to be a Christmas movie and pretends to be whiskey. I like it, Jason.
No, I like. I didn't. Have you watched the Christmas Chronicles at all?
No.
No, it's on Netflix. It's with Kurt Russell. It's pretty good. It came out last, and this year they put the second one out. The kids like it. It's good. Die Hard is a great movie, but Glyph is a terrible whiskey. And the fact that there's now more than one Glyph blows my mind. And how they're still in business blows my mind.
It's absolutely a great movie that just happens to take place at Christmas time. I mean, let's be honest. And can you honestly tell me that it would be any real different with the exception of like 2 jokes at any other time of year?
No. Doesn't matter. Still make it a Christmas movie.
The ho, 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 I have a gun now too.
Yeah.
And,
this is true. But either way, still a good movie.
It is a League of Their Own war movie. It's actually closer because if it hadn't been for the war, there wouldn't have been the Women's Baseball League in the first place.
Valid point. It was a valid point. This is true. Bad Santa, Old Granddad. That was Belle's first movie. Granted, she was a month old. She's never actually seen it in any time where she would comprehend this movie. but it is a great movie. Probably one of my favorite Christmas movies ever made. I watch it every year and laugh my ass off. My wife wants to know what's wrong with me. Why the hell do I find the shit so funny? Because it really is just that funny. Santa Claus pissing himself is really funny. I don't know why. It's great. Also, I have the director's cut or whatever, the unrated version, whatever the hell it's called. It's the extended one. It's fantastic.
I'll take your word for it.
You never seen it?
Nope.
Really? You should get it. Billy Bob Thornton is so funny in Bad Santa. It's absolutely hysterical. So many great things from that. All the shit you can never say that you shouldn't say, but it's in that movie. It's pretty great. The sad thing is that half his cast of that movie has died in real life. That's the part that's shitty.
Wow.
That was John Ritter's last movie. He died in the middle of filming it. Yeah, he's dead. Bernie Mac's dead. I want to say even the elf might be dead. Maybe no way. He was the last one. Maybe he's not quite dead. Somebody else in there's dead too. It's crazy. People have died from that movie. I'm like, that's bizarre. It's like Billy Bob Thornton. He's still kicking though.
Not wrong with that.
No, he's a funny guy. I have a machine gun.
Okay, there's a couple of jokes and the background scenery, but you could change it to somebody's retirement party.
Yeah, you could,
and find some other fill-in joke, and you're done.
Yeah, this is true. I was traumatized with a Holocaust. No, oh no, that's the only name I know her by, Jason. I have no idea what her real name is in real life. I refer to her as that. That is her permanent name as far as I'm concerned. Kind of like Waitress in It's Sunny in Philadelphia. Same concept.
We had this conversation a few weeks ago, too.
We did, I know. But it's the same concept. Who knows what her name is? I really don't know. Don't care either. Still funny, though.
You've tasked me.
Do what? You looking for someone? You would traumatize myself regularly. Okay, for some reason, I think it's because they came out at Christmas weekend each year, but Lord of the Rings been a consistent Christmas for us too. Die Hard and Lord of the Rings. I never have thought of Lord of the Rings as that, but sure.
Lauren Graham was the mother on...
That's it. Lauren Graham. That's her name. It's not as fun to say that, though. Best part of Die Hard is he's smoking a cigarette in the airport waiting for his luggage. It is funny when you look at older movies. And it's an older, but it's not that long ago. Hell, I remember as a kid, people smoking on airplanes. There was the smoking section in the back of the airplane. I mean, that doesn't exist anymore. Or hell, you see old movies, people are smoking in the high school in the classroom. I mean, that was just part of the deal. Nobody gave a shit.
When I was in school, you couldn't smoke in the classroom, but there was a smoking area.
Nice. We did go outside to smoke at our high school.
Yeah, there was an open court, a covered but most courtyard.
Yeah, now see, it's funny. When I started working, the first two places I worked at, you could smoke at your desk. And that wasn't that long. Like, when I was from, I guess, you could smoke at the desk. And then the next place I worked, you could still smoke at your desk. And then the place I work at now, you can't smoke in the building. So, okay. Which was 2007 I started there. So
they banned smoking in places like that in Minnesota so long ago. That was never really a thing for me.
Man, in 1992, really? No, here in the 2000s, hell, the place I went, they still have smoking for all I know. They still smoking when I left. And so, just one of those things. Private business, do the hell they want. I jump over the stone of the cemetery and hide in the mausoleum to smoke at my high school. Wow. Your dad just smoked cheap cigars on planes. He was super popular on long flights. I bet he was. That's awesome. Oh, make your mother was hot. Don't Robin. Oh, yeah. The chick that's I don't know. What the hell's her name? I don't know. She's in the Marvel stuff. She's one of those agents. I don't know what the hell her name is either. But yeah, that chick.
Well, that's not. There's a few of them, but
I don't know, Smudley or something's her name. Scully, I don't remember. She's in the Captain America movie. I can't. I don't know what her name is in real life. I don't know the Canadian chick. That's the like news girl.
Is I can't remember the character's name. Is the tall one that's Nick Fury's? You're talking Peggy Carter, and why can't I think of her? The actress's name.
No, yeah, that one, Floydium, that one, Colby Smulders, that one. Yes, thank you. I knew you guys would know this.
She was in. I don't think she was in Captain America. That was about the only one that she wouldn't have been in, though.
Well, not the first one. She's in the third one.
She would have been. She would have been in the later ones because
yeah, not the first one.
No. She pretty much got introduced in the Avengers.
Yes, exactly.
Haley Atwell. Thank you.
Okay.
Jason Busey played Peggy Carter.
Ah. That's funny. Oh yes, so we had to introduce Belle to Saved by the Bell, the original, not the new show, the original one, the one that was on in the 90s. So she's like, "Can I have that for Christmas?" I sent her some clips of it on you. She's like, "Can I have that for Christmas?" It's like, probably when I was your age, that's what I was watching. So pretty much every day when you got home from school, Saved by the Bell was on every day. It didn't make any difference. Hell, there was an entire. It's funny. There was even a girl that even had an entire club that's all they did was talk about Saved by the Bell.
Okay.
Very interesting, but hey, I guess whatever makes you happy.
Yep.
So it's all good. Oops, shit. All right. Next question is, what's next? I don't know. What else is around me?
Cherry, and it didn't quite fit.
Which one did you get? Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that one, though. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, Charles, you're correct. Tiffany Amber Thiessen. Yes, exactly. That's what everyone says is wow.
Oh, no kidding.
And they still say that today. It hasn't changed.
No, not real. Not please. Not so
Yeah, you are correct, Jason Busey. Yeah, my kids have watched because I bought all 8 seasons of Full House a long time before I had kids. And my daughters, both of them have watched them. God knows how many times, both Full House and Fuller House. But you're correct on DJ. Big difference from when she was a kid to as an adult, for sure on that. Much better as an adult, no doubt.
Decision
being special. My niece watches Saved by the Bell, and it's not appropriate for kids. She was watching an episode of a powder that makes women pass out. Ooh, is this Jake? Is that the new one, or is that the old one from the 90s? Because like I said, I haven't seen it in a long time. I don't remember that episode, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, she's 13, so she's about that age to watch that stuff.
Well, and actually, that's as a warning of the fact that there are bad people doing bad things out there. It's not necessarily horrible to include that.
No, this is true. Henceforth, why she's a 4th degree black belt as well. So bad things will happen. As some people have found out at school that it ends poorly for them. So, it's best that not to find out that the hard way that, oh, she wasn't kidding that she's that way. Oops. And you're not going to tell anyone that happened to you. You're not going to tell you got your ass kicked by a girl. That's not going to happen.
Most likely not.
No. So I'm going to say absolutely nothing. The old one, really? Okay. I don't remember that one. It doesn't mean a nice and maximum spread of adult DJ. That's nice, game. No idea. The problem is that all the girls and shows my daughter watch have gotten older. And we're not sad about that, Charles. We're glad they've all gotten older. The full. Yeah, exactly. At least on the good news about Full House and Full House, there's really nothing remotely bad in any of them, so it's not a big deal. I mean, you could have them watch. I'm still trying to find Step by Step for her to watch, too, because I liked that when I was a kid. Trying to think other things that she can watch, because a lot of today's crap I really don't want her watching, because it's just, all this just so much crap in them that doesn't need to be talked about. They go to Catholic school, so we don't need that crap in our lives.
Yeah.
So we try to keep it much more on the wholesome side. Exactly. The cautionary tales of the 90s kids sitcoms. Yep, and that's true. I think that's a pretty accurate statement. I still will tell you what, this old monk that's from India for $16 is still good rum. I do like this stuff. It's not bad. Plus, it comes in this cool bottle. So, I don't know. I like it. It's whatever this
Bottle?
kind of looks like orange peel, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd call it, but yeah.
It's good. So My Two Dads is out. I don't know what My Two Dads is. I don't know what that show is. Never heard of it. And if there's a current show on television, there's a chance of me hearing it. It's basically zero. Especially if it's on anything remotely regular television, forget it. I have no idea what's on regular TV whatsoever. Unless it comes on Netflix or Prime, I got nothing. I got no idea. I have no clue what the hell's on regular TV. Haven't had cable since 2003, so I don't know. So I have no clue. The Grand Ole Par, give it a go again. You need to pull out. Grand Ole Par is like way in the back of a corner. That is not getting to that right now. Yeah, I got the Grand Ole Par 12 year. It's way back there. If Uncle Joey and the Road will be likely reported today.
No kidding.
Probably. Who knows? What's really funny is, Bob Saget is like, if you ever seen this special, I think it was on HBO, that guy swears a ton and it's funny as hell. Because I'm like, kids are like, can I watch this? Like, no, you can't. Absolutely not. It's like, yeah, that's not Danny Tanner. I'm sorry. That's real Bob Saget. He really swears a ton and it's really funny. We have time. Go ahead. I still have shit to do this evening after this. I still have to do work and do a thumbnail, get this shit ready for tomorrow, work on some resume crap, do all sorts of things. So other things to do whenever we finish.
So I went with some Journeyman.
At the Whips and Corsets. Oh, that's a good one.
Corsets, Whips, and Whiskey.
Oh, it's still one of my favorite names.
Oh, that name is just freaking amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. He is. So I'm busy editing videos during all of this. Well, that's a good job, Eric. Yes, he is. That's what makes him funny. Just like, you could, just like if my kids can watch like Eddie Murphy from his stuff from like now, it's fine. It's mostly kids related stuff like, Dr. Dolittle or Nutty Professor, things like that. But they can't watch like Beverly Hills Cop or Harlem Nights or any of his really funny shit. Coming to America. Actually, they're making a second Coming to America and a fourth Beverly Hills Cop, which I'm very excited about coming to Netflix.
Interesting.
I do really love his 48 Hours. They can't watch any of that stuff or Golden Child or anything remotely like that. That will not work out. So, no, not appropriate at all.
At some point, switching yeah, oh yeah, Eddie Murphy Raw is really good. His kids aren't quite there yet. At some point, make sure you pull out Brewster's Millions.
Have not seen that. Let's check that out. George Carlin was arrested for being too offensive. Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, the 7 banned words.
Oh, I've heard that. That's funny as shit.
He actually got arrested at one point.
I was unaware that he got arrested for that. I was remember them making fun of it on
petty misdemeanor that night kind of thing. It's not like he served actual jail time on it, but
oh, okay.
Trading Places is
fantastic 80s movie.
Trading Places is excellent.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis.
The original Bad Santa.
Yeah, for real, right? Oh my gosh, and Belushi's in it. So freaking funny.
No, it's not Belushi, it's Aykroyd.
No, I know that. But Belushi actually appears. He's the ape on the train.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's the ape. That's Belushi.
I'll take your word for it.
No, I know he's not the main character. I knew that. No, Stan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. I knew that. But yeah, when on the train with Jamie Lee Curtis and there's the ape that dresses up. Yeah, that's Belushi. Yeah, I get to go back and watch. Now, like even Blues Brothers and stuff, I think the original Blues Brothers are, but the Blues Brothers 2000, yeah, it's Jim Belushi, correct? It's not John Belushi. That's correct.
John Belushi was no longer with us when Trading Places was made.
Exactly. No, correct. But yeah, really funny. Missing in Action. Yeah, my brother, when he was 5, we were at my uncle's for Thanksgiving. His first one was the three-titted lady from Total Recall.
Yeah.
He was very confused. He's like, "What the f- is that?"
Well, that was actually kind of the point.
He's like, "Oh, I don't know what to do with that." Hey, Peter White, how's it going? Turn the machines back on. Yeah. Oh, they're so funny. But yeah, I'm trying to think who else was in that. There's a lot of other just funny cameos in that. But I guess they probably weren't cameos at the time. They were probably really not big actors at the time. But if you go back and look, it's just funny seeing some of these people that are pretty famous now that were just getting into it at the time.
Yep.
As for Jamie Lee Curtis, that came out 83, and her first movie was Halloween in 78.
Mm-hmm.
So she'd only been around just a little while at that point, and that movie came out. Oh, Dukes of Hazzard, yeah, that would totally not make it today. So funny, though.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, what the hell is it? All in the Family couldn't be made today. Not a chance.
Well, and the thing is that...
Hey, Silverlock Whiskey Club.
When they were making All in the Family, the intention was for Archie to essentially be the villain.
Yeah, right.
That was the way he was trying to frame the series, and failed miserably.
Yeah, Archie was hilarious, but it's a different story. Oh, the Prinzel from the Breakfast Club was the insider trader. That's right, he sure was. Great times. I have not showed them Breakfast Club. I have showed them 16 Candles, though. We haven't gotten to Breakfast Club or Pretty in Pink yet, because they're both R.
And then Red Dawn.
Yeah, I haven't showed them that either. Also a great movie. We have not showed them that yet. Haven't showed them Blazing Saddles yet. We will, but we haven't gotten there yet.
And especially when you look at the list of actors in Red Dawn.
Yeah, right, with Charlie Sheen and Patrick Swayze. What?
Do they have a water?
No, I don't have any waters. They're downstairs. Sorry. Don't go over there. There's a lot of Glencairns. There's no water in here.
I mean, so...
The cup's over by the refrigerator. Go in the bathroom and get it. Sorry. Violet's asking for water.
I mean, no. So you've got Patrick Swayze and Charlie Sheen and Jennifer Grey and Leah Thompson and Howard Booth and
It's fine.
Okay.
Something. And like 3 of the other kids in the group have had pretty significant careers. Charlie and Patrick's dad has been an actor forever.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But if you want the most ridiculous list of stars in a movie, go look up the list of actors on The Longest Day.
Oh, yeah, you're not kidding. You're right. Every major actor. I watched all the special ones. Everyone's in that movie.
Oh, thank you. That was the one. I was having a hard time coming up with him, but there's a couple other guys in there too. But I mean, everybody you know from like the 60s and 70s was in that movie.
Absolutely. There's no doubt about that. Everyone's in that one. And then the other one has a lot of people. That's tons of people in it. Is A Bridge Too Far also has a tremendous amount of them.
A Bridge Too Far. A Bridge Too Far is along those same lines, but The Longest Day just flattens it all. You know, you look at it and
it's mind blowing how many are in there. That's
20,
for sure.
30 big name actors. It's just ridiculous.
For sure. Jason Booth.
Some of them weren't big names at the time, and then got names after.
Exactly.
But
Night Whiskey Jason. Let's see. The Outsiders. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Not gonna happen. Not today. Great movie. Probably not gonna happen today though. Mad World. Dazed and Confused. Yeah, that's true too. There's a ton of fans on Dazed and Confused. That's true. It's crazy how many of those, well, even if you took it, well, I don't think it's really worked out for too many of them, but like American Pie, I mean, that had a ton of really big names in it. Some have done okay, some have done really not okay.
Again, several of those, that was pretty early in their careers.
Oh, yeah, like the beginning.
Yep.
The Gumball Rally? I've not seen that one. From 76. What kind of movie is that, Eric? I've not heard of Gumball Rally.
Sounds familiar. I just don't remember.
I don't know that one.
See you,
Jason. Next. It was 3 tonight. Night all, Jason. How's it? Make snow ice cream. That was 3 inches today. Really? Wow.
Yeah, I got maybe a half-inch tops.
We don't have any snow at all, which is good for me. Would Ed O'Neill's classic comedy style make it? Probably not, unfortunately. Married with Children? Probably not. Great show, though. But, it is what it is. Thankfully, I have an entire series on DVD. Problem solved. But, you know how it is. That's how it is everything today, in general. All the really funny shit you used to be able to say, they don't want anybody to what? Ooh, a 1960 AC Cobra? Oh, that sounds awesome. Well, then. Hello, Eric Evanson. How's it going?
Hello, Eric.
All right. Let's see here. Gotta get off my ass and find something else. Oh, let's see. Ouch. I'm stuck between boxes of whiskey. Need to move them.
Yeah, it's kind of I'm able to move. My problem is always looking at the shelf and going, what the hell do I want to drink next?
Yeah, that is generally the problem in general.
Decision paralysis. There's too damn many good options.
Yeah, I feel you.
Well, I know you do. Take my collection, add a 0, and we're about there.
Well, yeah. But either way, it's all good. Burt Reynolds, Sammy Davis Jr., and a gazillion other big things. A comedic car chase. I know I've seen Cannonball Run. That was a good movie. Oops.
So yeah, Charles, a math problem, just not quite to the same degree.
Yes. I'm pretty sure the majority and people in here, it's a problem in general. All right, let's see here. And we'll stay on for a little while longer, and then we'll get off because I got shit to do.
Hell, I got 3 beers on the shelf.
I do have some beers I need to drink. I have a bunch of those too. That's a different problem for a different day. Yeah, I got these old. I don't even know what these are. Still got to get rid of these. Still got to drink these. This is a stout aged in bourbon barrels from 2017.
Goose Island.
And then this one is in barley wine from 2017.
I recognize those labels. Goose Island Bourbon County Stout.
Yep. So I was going through cleaning out the office of the day, and we found these on the shelf. Need to drink these sometime soon. Because they're about aged where they need to be now. So some of it.
Run.
Oh, you were thinking of Cannonball Run? Oh, okay. Then I guess then I do know that movie. Some of it, Charles. Not all of it. It needs to be more put together. Some of it is.
I don't know, Eric.
I think it just depends on the bottling. I've got 6 of them. I don't know. I had to go through it one night and figure it out. No.
I don't have any official Glen Scotia. I've got at least one SMWS, maybe 2. I think just one.
Wolfburn is good. I like Wolfburn a lot. Yeah, I'm going to figure out what day that they're going to be on. Mm-hmm. It'll be a weekend, though, because like I said, they're in Scotland. So kind of hard to do that during the workday. Be a little bit difficult. But it is good whiskey, so
You can see that.
it's all good.
Bourbon barrel stout called Bulletproof, aged in old elk barrels. What brewer is that from, Charles?
Interesting. It's probably good. Old Elk is good whiskey, so
yeah.
Interested to see what it is. Oh, yeah, the 270? Nice. Same kind of one for Deanston. Really? I've never compared a Deanston to a Wolfburn. Interesting. I'll do that one of these days.
You haven't had that one, Charles. Sounds like it could be good, though.
Odell's, huh? Interesting. Don't know that one.
Yeah. Odell. I've had some Odell's beer.
Oh, okay.
Not a bourbon barrel aged stout.
Yeah, we don't get a ton of those. We get a few. We get KBS and we get Founders, and that's about it. Don't get a ton of them. I know some of the local breweries have them too, and they're good. Like I know Turning Point, which is in Bedford, gets Witherspoon barrels and ages their stuff in those, and those are good.
There's at least 2 or 3 breweries in the Minneapolis area that do. No, actually, it's probably more like 4 or 5 at this point that do barrel-aged imperial stouts of assorted type.
Nice. You traded an Alberta Premium cash rate for an Old Elk 6-year rye pick? Very nice. On the wrong side of the border, though. Yeah. Happens, unfortunately. Someday we'll get lucky enough to try that. Don't know when.
Mm-hmm.
That malty funk, I mixed some Macallan Sherry Oak 12 with a Wolfburn. It was pretty good. Refined Macallan and funky Wolfburn is a good mix. But it is a good mix. I don't think I've ever combined Macallan with anything. But why the hell not?
I don't think I have either. It's not that I'm necessarily opposed to it.
Just never thought of it.
I haven't done it.
I'm not really opposed to not mixing most things, to be real honest. If it makes it better, what do I care?
Yeah. I think I'd have a hard time watching somebody try to blend something into, say, M.
Yeah, I'm going to go with no on that plan.
I mean, this is a $5,000 bottle of whiskey, and you're blending it yourself? Really?
No.
Just no. You hand that glass over here. Your drinking privileges are revoked.
Yeah, that generally means you're already drunk. That's my guess on that one. I need to pour this M. I need to add something really crappy to it.
I remember a couple of years ago with the Vault when they had that original Rex Week. And Daniel kept doing the blends and just pissing Rex off to no end.
Yeah.
He was getting. And then he... okay, I could maybe see... pour if you had a full bottle that you add a little bit to your infinity bottle, just
sure
say this infinity bottle has Macallan M in it. Next question.
Yeah, sure.
But at the end, the last episode of that Rex Week where he does the allegedly M and Dark Coke, whatever this weird stack of whiskeys was.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, I need a Diet Coke with ice.
Yeah.
And then the next time they did a recording of episode, he said, no, there was a stunt whiskey used for the Diet Coke. We actually
what Evan Williams, I think they said something like that.
Yeah, they actually put it in. I don't remember if they said it in. I think Daniel even mentioned it in the episode in the next episode they filmed. Was that no? We before pouring in the Coke, there was a sacrificial whiskey that was used. There was a stunt whiskey for the ice and Coke.
Yeah,
but we set aside the actual glass, and it was fucking incredible.
It's pretty funny though.
Well, when you look at the list of stuff that went into it, it's like, okay,
Sure. It works.
Oh.
It could be worse. It could be worse. All right, let's see. Something different now. Shit.
Out before 10. This place is 24. 24-hour. Okay.
I see.
Okay.
They were 24 hours. Now they're 0 hours. Well, that'll do it too. This is the old Deanston 12, but it's not exactly my favorite. I like the new one much better. But the new one's in the other room. Oh, please. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, that's the end of that sucker.
Uh-oh. Cork died?
Oh, yeah. Didn't wet it first, like a damn fool. Well, that's the end of that cork. Guess I'm screwing. I guess I'll be just taking that piece of shit out later. Oh, no.
Denied.
Let's see here. All right, let's get the corkscrew out and get this sucker out. If it hopefully doesn't break up into little pieces inside the bottle, which unfortunately is generally what it does. Let's see what happens. Hopefully that's not going to happen. Good news is I have lots of corks to fix it with, so that I'm not worried about.
I keep most of my corks. Not all, just most.
And usually I'm smart enough to wet these and turn them over before I bring them over here. I was not this time. Typical.
Turn them on the walk. Turn them over on the walk back to the desk.
Yep.
Which one is this?
Let's see. It's gonna make a mess.
Synthetic ones.
That's great.
Dustin asks, "What brands of corks don't fail?" Synthetic.
Exactly. Good point. You know what? The screw top kind, that doesn't fail. Doesn't fail ever. Ask the Japanese why they use them. Because it's smarter than these stupid corks. I don't care what it sounds like when it comes out. It just never fails. Let's see.
Well, okay. So yeah, the glue can fail attaching it to the lid, but
synthetic, yes. Corks can, and I've had them fail. Synthetics. But I've yet to have a high-end screw top fail ever.
The thing is that with a synthetic cork, if it does fail like that, and you get your screwdriver into it,
it's one piece.
It will come out in one piece.
Exactly. Now I got floaties. Yay for filtering time later.
And you can't use the cheapy little thin metal.
No, those don't work either. Those are pieces of shit.
Nope.
Okay. Note to self. This is, it hasn't happened in a long time because usually I remember to wet the damn thing.
Yep.
Great fail on my part. Older screw, an older over, it was a screw top too. Exactly, because that's how you solve that problem. High-end screw tops are the game. Exactly. You should go to screw top. Exactly. Quality plastic. Exactly. No more of this freaking bullshit cork crap.
So, Eric, I switched to beer.
Good plan. I'm not opposed to this plan either. What in God's name is that?
Sam Adams Utopias.
Wow.
This cannot be sold. This cannot be sold in like 13 states because the ABV is too high.
What's the ABV on it?
I think this one is 27%.
Damn. How is it?
Amazing. 28% maybe?
I always heard that one was really good. I just never actually seen someone own one. That's cool.
28% on this one.
Wow.
I got two more up there too. 27, 19.
Very cool. That's awesome. Someday I'll have to try one of those.
It's a $250 bottle of beer.
Alrighty then.
But
that works.
Notice the way I poured it. I poured it the way you would whiskey, and then you sip at it like you would whiskey.
Okay, so question then is, do you save it over time or
No. It's almost 30% ABV.
okay?
Like you do whiskey.
No, I get it, but like, how good is the beer good for? Is what I mean.
Like whiskey.
Oh, it is. It'll just,
yeah.
stay. Okay.
Yeah, you pour it like brandy or whiskey.
Oh, okay, cool.
Now
you keep it refrigerated, or do you keep this out?
No, it's sitting up on it's. Look up there. There's 2 more of them up on the shelf.
Yeah. Okay.
10-year.
Huh. Okay.
Stills.
Very cool.
The 2015 edition, 28%, served at room temperature, uncarbonated, 28% ABV.
Hey, this sucks less. Sweet. It's actually got better, like a lot better.
So
the last time I served this.
This is a blend of batches, some having been aged up to 22 years in a variety of barrels.
Wow.
There's a reason. This is the one that if you ever see any of the old Modern Marvels or whatever brewing, they have Jim Cook on, and he talks about how they had to breed a special ninja yeast, and that's why.
Okay.
Because they were trying to ferment something that was such high high gravity that they needed the yeast to survive to get to 28%. And Dustin, I gas these, so I don't worry too much about it.
All right.
Which reminds me.
To do the same thing.
Well, Dustin was basically saying that the oxidation gets to it so bad.
Oh, okay.
So it's dark. It's like same kind of color as the Corset Whips and whiskey, maybe a little darker.
Yeah.
But it's also beer, not fermented or not
right. Not distilled. Yeah.
So it went into the barrels darker, and then some of it stayed there for 22 years.
Yeah. That'll do it. All right. Only got 2 or 3 pieces left in here. I got to get out. It's not too bad, actually.
No, not too bad at all.
Hoping you can get some more stuck up on the rim here and pull them out.
But what I usually do with that is
I usually just put it into a coffee filter.
And Dustin is absolutely correct. This one's actually been open for probably 2 years now.
Okay.
But again, every time I pour, I gas it. This is one of the few bottles that it doesn't mean like I took the first pour out. Actually, I think it was the second pour that I gassed it, because the second pour I knew because I had one like Christmas Eve and I knew I was going to have one on New Year's Eve, so I didn't bother.
Yeah.
7 days, no big deal for this thing.
Sure.
Yeah, I've had the Infinium's pretty good too. Utopias is a complete different animal.
I bet.
Cherries, raisins.
I'm sure it's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever seen one here, though. I have to ask if it's even available in this state. I have no idea. So is the $7.50 worth of beer?
See, it's a 700. I think it's a 750 milliliter bottle.
Okay.
Or close. 24 ounces.
Or not. Oh, yeah, it's pretty close then. If it's 24 ounces, yeah, that's close. So that's all right.
It's going to be
700.
720, something like that.
Yeah. So it's close. I do like English barley wines. Interesting. All right. Let's see what else we can get out. Later I'll play filtering game.
I was gonna say I usually what I do is
For the moment.
Pour it through cheesecloth into a quart or 2 quart or whatever, quart size measuring cup, and rinse out the bottle real quick.
Right.
Get the bottle cleaning, drying thing in there to get most of the extra liquid out.
Yeah.
And then just pour it back in through a funnel. So, cannot be shipped or sold in 15 states. Texas is not on the list.
Oh, well, there we go.
It is.
Interesting. Well, now we know.
It's just that the ABV is so high, it falls outside of their rules for what a non-distilled beverage can be, and they don't have a distilling license because it's not distilled.
Yeah. Makes sense. But yes, I'll be using the coffee filter later.
Mm-hmm.
I find mesh strainer works too, but coffee filter should work. Yeah, I've used both. I mean, they both work. So it just depends. It'll work. It'll get it out. I'm not that worried about it. It's not the first time. It probably won't be the last time that there's cork falling in a bottle, that the cork shears off because I forget to turn it over. But shit happens.
I think they stopped doing the glass, Dustin. My first one, I got a glass. The next couple don't have that offer on the little card anymore. So I only had to pay shipping for the glass.
No, that's not bad.
And this was a Jim Cook and company at Sam Adams sat down with Rydell and figured out, okay, what shape do we want to make this?
Cool.
So,
all right, I gotta throw this shit away. I don't need this cork anymore. That's for damn sure. Now trash.
So yeah, a lot of barley wine type of character to it, just because the ABV is so much malt went into it. But they also get some weird funk and fruity notes that make their way into this one, just because of the yeast that they use.
Now, all right, let's see.
Not getting the cherry and raisin as much as I did the first time I had this.
Oh, come on. Fit or not quite. Nope. Slightly too large. So what else I got?
Mm-hmm.
It's always fun finding the cork that fits.
Mm.
But the good news is I have lots of them.
I've got a really old cigar box full of used corks.
I try, especially if you can keep the synthetic corks; those are better.
So yeah, Eric, I've got one of those filters too, and the little aerator for it. It works perfectly for cork. Fine mesh strainer that's designed for filtering out cork sediment from vintage port.
Decanting port, really? I've never got some aerators, but not.
So the reason for that with port especially is that if you've got vintage port, it was basically roughly 2 years old when it went into the bottle.
Yeah. And
then it sat completely unfiltered going into the bottle. And then sits for realistically minimum of 10 years. That doesn't look like that's quite tight enough for. It might work for emergency use, but
yeah, that's got a good pop.
If it gives a pop, it's close. It's tight enough.
Yeah, I'll probably parafoam it anyway. It's an old Teeling cork.
Okay.
So these ones are just slightly too big. Peat and barley wine.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds good. I have had some peated one. I think there was one at the bar. It was a barley wine finish. I want to say it was Lagavulin cast and was really good.
Interesting.
It was quite tasty.
But
But barley wine in general I like, so
when you pour out a bottle of vintage port, I have never had a cork come out clean. The bottle just sits there for 15 years or more before you open it. So I've never had a cork come out truly clean. So there's always been fragments of cork.
Sure.
And on top of that, there's this ridiculous amount of sediment and crust on the inside.
Yeah.
That you want to filter out, because you want the wine sitting on it while it ages in the bottle.
Sure.
But you don't want to be drinking it, because that's where all the bitter nastiness goes to.
Right. Yeah, it does not sound good at all. I think that'll work. It'll work. I'll parafilm it just to make sure. After I dump all the lovely cork out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, they can't all be winners. But it usually happens, especially in older bottles that I have. That shit happens all the time. Just does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. I'm not that worried about it.
I haven't had one fail like that on me, other than an old bottle that had been sitting on a shelf forever when I first opened it. After it's been opened, I've never had a problem like that.
Happens.
Oh yeah.
Dry out and break off, or who knows. Yeah. I've even had it happen on Balcones barrel corks where they went bad and they sheared off on me.
Weird.
But happens, you know. Some of them just shrink up on you.
Yeah.
Little fiber. Yep, sure is. Cork is gross though to drink. Not like it'll hurt you or anything. It's just cork, but it's not real tasty. I'll tell you that right now. That's good. It's better than last time I remember this, though. So.
Well, looking at where it's at, that's not a surprise, because that's kind of the stage in the bottle where that transition starts happening.
Yeah, because I remember the first time I was like, meh, I'm good. This is not very good. But like I said, the white label's 12 is much better than the brown label 12, in my experience.
I'll take your word for it.
Stay top. Stay there. Nope. Not that it matters. The Fanti Vintage ports are supposed to open with heat tongs on the base of the bottleneck when you apply cold water, popping the neck off. Don't know anything about that, but I'll take your word for
it. That's, you're not supposed to open it that way. That is certainly one valid method, and historically was done a lot.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it's not like there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
And it's literally that you have what looks like a pair of fireplace tongs.
Okay.
But the circular area is sized to fit around the neck of the bottle.
Interesting.
And you get those things basically red hot.
Okay.
Down on the neck of the bottle just below the cork for a minute or whatever. I don't know what the length of time is. And then you hit it with you basically hit it with cold water, and it just
interesting.
It shatters the glass cleanly.
Interesting.
You have to be very careful how you do it, though.
Yeah, I think they could end very poorly as well.
Yeah, like shatter and glass goes flying if you don't do it right. So that's the fancy showy way. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Eric.
Or like savoring a bottle of champagne. But isn't a smaller exam. Interesting.
Yeah. It's a big showy way of opening a really expensive bottle that has the potential to end in a ruined, really expensive bottle of wine. If you don't know exactly what you're doing and you don't do it exactly right, bad things happen.
I'm guessing not doing that's the best plan.
Mm-hmm. My plan is I get into it with a normal waiter's corkscrew.
Yeah.
And you know, the bottle sits on its side its whole life that I have it anyways. So it's not like the cork is going to dry out.
Yeah.
And if it does, there's been so much leakage, it just doesn't matter. You're not going to bother anyway. But even there, that cork just cements itself to the outside. What I should get is one of the no, you do not want to do that. That will shatter the bottle, Eric.
That will definitely shatter the bottle.
The I don't know what the corkscrew, what the style is called. But it's basically two really thin prongs that go outside the cork and basically spin around. I should get one of those to try for my the next time I open a bottle of port, just to see if I can cut down on how much crap gets stuck to the glass.
There you go. Throw it at the wall. Keep a drip tray at the bottom. I will say this Madeira is getting better.
Which one?
The longer I've had it open.
What is it?
It's a 5-year dry. It's a Blandies, I guess maybe I pronounce this one.
That.
That's fine. It's a dry Madeira. It's interesting. It's not bad.
We have the 5-year Madeira over there too. I don't remember what house it's from though.
I find sometimes mixing it with some cheap scotch is quite nice too.
Yeah, I can see
Makes
that.
it have a Madeira finish per se. Or hell, you can just put it in the glass prior and then add your scotch.
Just a little splash of Madeira in or left in the glass, and then add the scotch.
Exactly. Yeah, that's about all you really want in there.
It's like the recipe for a martini, where you put the vermouth in over the ice.
Oh,
you strain out the vermouth. Whatever
Right.
is stuck to the ice and the walls of the vessel is the amount is the proper amount.
Right. 1908. Wow. That's pretty impressive. Drill a hole in the cork, insert straw, and enjoy. That works. I was talking to a guy, I want to say it was in the Scotch for Dummies Discord. He lived on Madeira. He was super interesting to talk to about it. I guess he said the old sea was like 1890s, something crazy. I think it was like 1880. Yeah, it was like 1880. It was 140-year-old Madeira. I'm like, that's insane. Yeah, I'm like, wow. Yeah, it's like, don't even want to know what that must have cost, but he said it was amazing. I bet it was. Yeah, this is improving as it's been sitting there for the last year or so. Maybe 2 years. It's been a while.
It's not like you can hurt the stuff.
No, exactly. It's indestructible. It doesn't matter. That's why I don't care.
The way Madeira is made, you could short of leaving the top off for an extended period entirely, which is just going to get some bugs in there because it's so sweet and sugary.
Sure.
Short of doing something stupid like that.
Exactly. So I think Dewar's 15 with some Madeira should be interesting.
There you go.
That'll be a good choice. I need to clean this shit off for tomorrow. All this damn
cleanup to do before the next show.
Exactly.
Well, the next real show. This doesn't.
Yes. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's actually really nice with a little bit of Madeira in there. That's really good. think they should do a Madeira finished Dewar's. I think it'd be delicious.
That could be really good. Madeira finished almost anything Scotch tends to.
That could be really good.
Be good.
Does Bell Mead does one, right? They do
does a Madeira finish.
I'm trying to think, is there any other American one that's finished in Madeira you can think of? I can't think of any other one that's finished in Madeira that's an American.
There's a couple of sherry finished bourbons I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Madeira though.
If anybody would do it, I bet it would be Foregate.
Kind of thing, yeah.
They seem to do different, interesting finishes. Get the sherry and the rum finishes and whatnot. Madeira does seem to work really well.
Bell Mead bourbon, I know, does a sherry. It does a Madeira finish. They have the XO cognac and Madeira and sherry finished.
Oh, you know who does too? Barrel makes one.
Okay.
Theirs is good. Although I think there's just a whiskey though. I don't think it's a.
I could also see Bardstown.
Oh yeah, Bardstown. You're probably right. I bet you they would do one too.
They're doing all sorts of wild and wonderful finishings.
Yeah, and I would not be surprised if Balcones Reinroot did one. I would not be. I don't know if I'll have to ask Robert if they've got anything. They might, but I would not be. I don't remember if Balcones did or not. I bet they do. You're right. They probably both do. Would not be surprised if they don't. I'm sure they will in the future. But I know now. I do know Andalusia is doing one for sure. I know that, and they're actually doing. It's really interesting. They're using a Texas Madeira because Texas has this special law from back in the 1800s. They can call theirs Madeira because they have a relationship with the island of Madeira. So it's really interesting. They're the only other place in the world can call it Madeira. And I actually have two of the bottles. I can show you real quick. That was bad.
This was so good.
What was that?
That's my mouse. This one. Yeah. And it's called a Hack. Actually, I've never opened either one of them, but at some point I will. Yeah. This one. It's Hack. And then there's the other one from Hack. So I haven't tried either one of them yet, but they're here for someday. They don't use traditional grapes. Of course, that Gordon Andalusia's using that because okay, interesting. Is that who owns these guys? Produced and bottled by Hack Vineyards and Winery Inc., Santa Fe, Texas, and Galveston County. This is a Madeira, it's a Blanc de Bois dessert wine. This should continue to live in the bottle for more than 100 years if you change out the cork every 10 years or so. This fine Madeira was produced using ESTU FAGEM process. Estufagem process, Fagem, I don't know. That's been in Portugal for more than 200 years. This wine should continue to live in the bottle for 100 years. That's insane. And even as a place to put rebottled in and write your own date on here. That's fun. Yeah, they're using Hack, Eric. Because that's what Ty told us. So, who knows?
ESTUFA.
This is pretty wild.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm seeing another reference here. FAGEM. Yeah. But that's basically that's the process to make.
Yeah.
That basically makes it indestructible.
Right.
Yeah, 18%. Like I say, short of just leaving the cover off.
Right. You can't ruin it.
You can't do anything. And even there, you could probably leave it off overnight, nothing bad. You put a disc on top just to keep any critters from crawling into it, and you're fine.
Exactly. Only one way to find out if these are any good. Guess we should find out. How? I love it when you get these things and they don't have a tear strip. That's my favorite.
Nice.
Sometimes.
No perforations even?
Do what?
No perforations even?
No. Sometimes you can get them to just come off that way, but it's just spinning in my hand. Oh, well. It comes with a knife. Problem solved. This is what knives are for.
There you go.
All right. Night, Eric. All right.
Night, Eric.
Madeira.
Funny how that works out, huh?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, now this is a... Look at the color on that. That's a nice reddish color.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh. Okay, that... Wow, that really smells like Madeira.
That's a nice deep color there, too.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's a nice deep color.
Leacox 5-year full rich Madeira.
Pretty good. This one's 18%. The other one has 17 and 19.
This one's 19. That's funny. Go from beer, I'm going from a beer to a fortified wine and dropping 9% ABV.
Yeah, for real. Okay, this thing was sat on the shelf a long time. This thing was bottled in 2014.
I believe it.
Oh, that's all I'm pouring, Eric. I have other work to do after this.
When he's been pouring for 2 hours now.
Also true. And when you have things to do after, kind of important.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go change out the laundry. I have to do some work for work. I have to set up some thumbnails. I have work to do.
I actually worked a regular shift today, so yeah. The timing on you starting this was just about perfect because you said that right about the time I was shutting down my laptop.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so what's funny? This one has a tear strip.
Huh.
Weird.
I do tech support, Eric, for backup and recovery software. The plus side on a Sunday, unless there's some big, nasty, massive escalation, I don't have a hell of a lot to do. I've gotten to the point there after 14 years that I'm kind of the interface between support and engineering. So unless something has gone really bad over the weekend, I answer a few questions here and there, and maybe that looks kind of dark.
Yeah. Look at that.
Holy shit. Wow. That looks like the 20-some year PX I've got.
Wow. Yeah, if you held up so light, you can see through it, but that's about it. Damn. That's crazy. This one was bottled in...
Yes, Jason.
16.
Not yours, my 20-some year PX.
Oh, fuck, that's really good. Oh, that's delicious.
How old is that one?
This is the Hack. So this is the Hack Madeira. This was a Hasquez SAC
13.
Yeah, so it's a 2013, but interesting. I don't exactly know what the big difference. One's Blanc de Ball, one's this Hasquez. So I think I like this one even better. That's really, really rich. It's like soy sauce. Yeah, pretty much. Really is like soy sauce. It wasn't bad. I think price wise, it was like $30, like 32, something like that. They weren't super expensive.
That's good.
And plus,
I think this one was $35-$40, something like that, for my 5-year.
I'll probably have these a really, really long time.
Mm-hmm. Well, and again, it's Madeira. It lasts forever.
Exactly. There's a really good chance this bottle's still here from 10 years from now. Like, really high chance.
Mine wouldn't last that long. I'd drink it too fast.
No, I got a bunch of the wine I got to get through first before I do much more damage on these. So, it's all good, though. The good news is, as long as your cork doesn't fail, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
That will be a problem. My carpet would be fucked. Only 100 if the cork's replaced every 10. That's what it says. Batch 9 minutes. Going to Madeira. Oh, that'd be good. Put a Madeira in your mini cask. Yeah, that would be good. This would be an expensive mini cask to fill, though.
Well,
depending on the size of your mini cask.
Well, and it depends on what Madeira you're getting.
Well, that's true too.
I'm not going to go and dig up a 20-year-old Madeira to use that for. I'm going to get the Sandeman $22 bottle.
Yeah.
Of full rich Madeira, and pour that in. Kind of, it's not a type of port.
It's like port, but not
very similar to port.
Yeah, so it's an island off of Portugal, but they have to be Madeira because it's from Madeira. Except for this one weird Texas hall, let's call us Madeira.
Yeah,
just like most ports that are made in this country can't be called ports; they're called portejas or something like that because port is only from Portugal.
Yep. And Jason is exactly correct that you use the $20-$25 bottle. Bottle to season your 1 liter barrels. You don't waste the good stuff.
Yeah, 1 liter. Yes, my brother's got a 2.5 liter barrel, so he's always gonna use a ton of stuff when he does it.
Wow, even good Lord, at that point you're talking
it's expensive.
You're talking $60 worth of something. Now on the flip side, you don't have to throw out that wine.
True.
So you fill up the thing, you let it season for a few weeks or a couple of months. You open up the spigot over a funnel, your bottle, over your empty Madeira bottle that you held on to. You let it fill up and you close it as it gets to the top, and then you grab the next bottle and you repeat, and then you grab the next bottle and then you repeat.
That's true. Yeah, because last time he's in a rum finish cast, he's done a sherry cast finish, and then he put some kind of peated scotch in it. And then he's also put benchmark in it before too. And they've all turned out really nice.
I've done a few different things with mine over the last year and a half or so. You do lose a pretty decent amount of the wine.
1/3. Wow.
It depends on how long you let it sit in there.
Oh, that's true.
And yes, Madeira is rich like ruby port, only more so because of the way it gets heated and everything. You end up getting a lot more sweetness and depth to Madeira than you do the younger ruby ports. Now, if you're talking like, a 30-year-old vintage port, who knows? 8 to 10 weeks, you're going to lose 1/3 of it. Well, maybe, I don't know. It depends on the environment. And how well it's sealed. I have to go into my cask. My cask has been sitting for a few months with sherry in it. I keep going in and cleaning off the outside and topping it off so it doesn't go bad on me. Because I haven't figured out what I'm putting in there next. But there's no wood notes left to this oak. It's pretty much used.
Most heavily in wine influenced bourbon you have, which would be what? I guess that's the next question.
I'm like, okay. I was guessing Madeira finished something. Maybe port finished something.
Maybe.
Well, I can't think of a port finished bourbon that's really that heavily wine finished.
No, I don't know what that would be. Oh, is that true? Wait.
There you go. Yeah. Bardstown Cooper and King's Oloroso.
Oh, okay. That'll do it.
Definitely.
Haven't tried it, but that would make sense.
That's definitely the kind of thing they do. And they do it really well so far.
18 months in sherry cask. Wow. Nice.
So you have sherry finished and so do you have like actual tawny port or tawny port finished whiskey? Because there really aren't a lot of tawny port finished whiskeys. There are a few, but most are ruby.
Right. Trying to think. Yeah, there's not many. I know there's a tawny. Who is it? Oh, yeah. Somebody showed a picture. Was it John? They had a 14-year Glen Scotia and tawny port. That sounded awesome, but I've never seen it before.
So, yeah, I know Angels Envy did the tawny port last year, I think it was.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So, Eric, what tawny port finished whiskey do you have? I mean, I've got one sitting back there, but I think almost all
in your room.
I think the rest of mine are all ruby.
Yeah.
Steward or Starward. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Tawny. I'm not saying they didn't, but
yeah.
The only tawny port finish that I know of that I have is the Glendronach 15.
Which is delicious.
I haven't opened my second bottle yet.
Yeah.
On the plus side, I have a third.
See, there you go. Problem solved.
I have a second now.
There you go.
I finished one bottle. I have one more on the shelf. Then I have another one in storage someplace.
Perfect.
And
you're in good shape.
Stuff's amazing.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I probably should actually do some shit of value.
Time to wrap this up so you can carry your stuff.
I got shit to go do. So, all right. We'll be back. Well, I guess tomorrow we've got Whiskey Central on for whiskey and Christmas movies. And then we'll do, I don't know if we're going to do day 14 tomorrow or not. It depends. Depends what's going on. If not, we'll do it on Tuesday.
We'll do 14 and 15 Tuesday night if you
Probably going to be Tuesday, more than likely. There's like a real good chance. All right. Cheers, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Spending 2 hours every night on this, plus your regular Monday night stream, that's getting pretty hardcore, man.
Yeah. Not that we haven't done it, but it is. Cheers, everybody.